So back last fall, I ripped off the old staircase that came off the back door of the house there and just got rid of it. I'm planning on building a 10 by 12 deck back here where the old one was. We're just going to extend it. The old one was only about 4 feet square, and this one's going to be 10 by 12. So it's a much larger deck, and that'll step down into the yard and transition to another project later. So that one will be much larger, and we've got to figure out how to build it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure how to build a deck. So the new deck's going to go somewhere in between this area here and this area here. So my deck is going to be 12 feet wide and 10 feet deep. I've positioned these support beams so that they're a foot in on either side. That way that can be stable and I can move the deck around to make it fit where it needs to go once it's all set. That's the problem with living in Southwest Virginia. This is what my soil looks like. Soil, right? I use the term soil loosely. What we got?
Six and a half hours later.
Very good. All right, it's really starting to look like a construction zone out here. This is hole 3, down 2 feet, and over here is hole 4, down 2 feet. And I just have to get the 2 in the center, and I'll have my 6 holes for the supports on my deck. So there's a new garden gate that I just finished today. Looks pretty nice. It's only about 2 feet deep, but it's just going to provide a nice climbing trellis to put some honeysuckle or something on. so that later on next spring I can get some climbing vines growing on that. And it'll be a good place to, you know, hang a plant or perch a birdhouse. But that's going to be a good addition to our garden fence. Looks pretty good. All right, fast forward a couple of days, I've got the inspection in hand. The inspector came this morning and checked out all the holes and said that we were good to go. I picked up bags of cement and some more cement tubes, and now we're gonna get to pouring these footers. Okay, so here's the part where I'm going to start sharing my mistakes. I got all this stuff. When I dug the holes, I got everything squared up. And I got all the measurements, what I thought were correct. I thought everything was good, and then I dug all the holes. And I poured 2 of them. And on the second hole, I realized that my holes were drifting away from the house. So the first one, the edge of the container is about 5 inches away from the house. And on this last one, it's almost 10 inches away from the house. So it's significant. My math was off. It happens. So I'm just going to have to adjust. I'm going to have to dig this third hole back out some more, back toward the house, and just fill it in with some dirt. So you can see once I wised up and put a string on this project, I'm about 9 1/4 inches away from the edge of the house here. And then as the line progresses away from the house at an even rate, the posts begin to drift away from the house. So this is a little uneven there, but I think that'll work. You know, the Simpson tiles are adjustable. Unfortunately, this one had already been poured and there was no going back. So I'm just gonna make do with that one. The third one, however, I am gonna almost entirely have to redig because the line's way out here on the edge of the hole. So I'm gonna have to dig it way back on this side, put the can in, and then just fill it in with some dirt on the other side, fill it with some cement, and we're all good. But I'm glad that I just took the time to, you know, just drop that line across there to make sure that my J-bolts were all in line with each other before I just filled them and walked away, assuming that they were going to be right. So I learned a lesson there. Yeah, gotta stay on top of that math, kids.
A few moments later.
Yep, so as you can see, I just widened the hole, pushed the can back a little bit, and now we're dead center. And it follows all the way down pretty good, so it looks like we got a nice straight shot. I don't know how I did that, but whatever, I fixed it. Now I can just backfill in here once the cement's in, and it's all good. So I got all 6 of the footers poured. I got the J-bolts in there, the cement setting, and we're gonna take a break for a minute, let that cement set, let our finances recover before we tackle phase 2, which is gonna be putting in the 6x6 uprights and the posts, the beams that go across that are gonna hold up the deck. Meanwhile, I've got a couple other projects. Fall's coming, there's some stuff going on. So it might be a minute, but there will be another video, I promise. Fall's coming, there's a lot to do. So hang in there and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.